Yo! Hi everybody, this is AB. So I'm here today in London, just outside this big building. That's the SC019, I think. Which is the Metropolitan Police Specialist Firearm Command. The equivalent of the SWAT team in the US. Yeah, as you can see, the building looks a little bit covert here at the front. I don't think it's as covert at the back, so just gonna go to the back and see what happens. Yeah, here at the back, as you can see, there's quite a few police cars. It's a little bit more obvious that it's actually a police unit. It's my understanding that this SC019 is actually responsible to provide an arm response, I guess. I don't think they get involved in all the complications. They only get called to put a bullet in your head. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, now looking online, I didn't expect these walls to be this high. So I kind of relied on my selfie stick, which I don't think I'm going to be able to use today. What a shame. So that's it. Hi, dude.
You're filming, have you? I can see you filming now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you filming?
Just not a lot. Just.
Is there any reason you're filming up and down here?
Just to check up the area.
Check it for what?
Just in general.
Yeah, but you're not just going to come to a random area of London and film, are you?
Why not?
You tell me why you would. It doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense, sir?
Why you would turn up and just film a random area of London? There's no tourist attractions or anything like that here, is there? You're walking around, okay, I'll be blunt with you. You're walking around filming the police vehicles in the back of the police station.
Okay.
Is there a reason you're doing that?
Yes.
What is the reason you're doing that?
To make a video.
A video for what? For what purpose?
You're asking too many questions, sir.
Sorry?
So you're asking way too many questions.
Why is that?
Because I find that you're asking too many questions.
Okay. Well, you're free to leave. You don't have to stand here and talk to me.
I know.
But as long as you're here talking to me, I'm going to ask you questions.
There you
How
go.
come you're filming the police station?
How come?
Yeah.
I'm filming anything that's around here.
Yeah, but why you specifically come down this back street? You're either filming people's houses or you're filming the police station.
Right.
So if you're filming people's houses, that's a bit weird. And a bit of an invasion of privacy.
Okay.
And I'm sure you can understand why a police officer might be concerned about you filming and collecting registrations of police vehicles, filming buildings, where the CCTV cameras are, how the fences work and all that sort of thing.
So is that what you're thinking I'm doing?
Well, that's why I'm talking to you. I'm asking why you're doing it and you're being evasive and not answering the question.
I'm not being evasive. I told you I'm making a video.
Cool. So why are you filming the police station?
To make a video.
What for?
See, that's the bit where you're going a bit too far with the questions.
Why is that?
Because...
I obviously know you're making a video.
Right.
Because I can see you making the video.
Yes.
So we're just changing a couple of words around. I'm asking why you're making a video. That's obviously what I'm getting at, isn't it?
Why I'm making a video?
Yeah.
For my own use.
Yeah, to use it for what?
You see, again, you're going a bit too far with your questions.
Well, you're free to leave and not listen to my questions.
I know.
So, for what reason are you making a video?
Hi, sir.
Hello?
Sorry, you just give me a dirty look from there, sir.
Did he? All right.
Yeah,
Well, it's just you and I talking at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
So let's not change the subject because you feel
Feel what?
a bit backed into a corner maybe because you can't really answer the question.
I'm backed into a corner.
That's how you're appearing, yeah. You're very defensive.
I'm not being defensive at all.
Okay, so how come you're filming the police station?
How come I'm filming a police station?
Yeah.
Is the police station exempt from filming?
No?
Alright then, so what's your problem?
I've explained to you what my problem is.
No, you didn't.
Okay. I find it strange.
You said the creepy filming people's homes.
Which I stand by. I think that would be weird.
Right.
Would you like it if someone came and filmed your house?
Would I like it?
Yeah.
Well, you guys film my house all the time.
Do we?
Yeah.
Well, I've never filmed your house. I don't even know where you live.
Okay.
So let's keep it real. I've never filmed your house, have I?
Right.
Right then.
The council do?
Do they?
Yeah, government in general. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that's not. Is that creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think if someone is filming your house without a reason,
Alright.
that's weird. Yeah.
Okay, but
And you don't have a reason to be filming these people's houses, do you?
I don't think you care less about the people's houses. Let's be honest.
Well, what? I'm talking to you to find out why you're filming.
But you mentioned people's homes, but in reality, you don't really care less about the people's homes.
Why is that?
Because I know you don't.
It's my job to care.
You
and-
just use that just as, I don't know.
You see what I mean about you being defensive?
I'm not being defensive at all.
You are.
Defensive, somebody will be telling you to F off.
No, that's someone being aggressive.
That's aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive now, there needs to be some physical.
Not necessarily. You can be.
Probably you
verbally
got guns in there, so I wouldn't even try that. Yeah.
So why are you filming the police station then? So that
Nothing.
we can go on our way and not keep this silly.
I'm just silliness.
Yeah.
The only one that's being silly is you, my friend.
Oh, there's no need for insults, is there?
You said you mentioned silliness,
Yeah, I did.
and I said the only
said
one that's
the
being silly
situation's
is
a
you.
bit silly. Not, I didn't call you silly. Did
The
I?
situation is extremely silly. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
let's
two-
end the silliness. As I
Two
said.
armed officers talking
There's three
to.
of us actually, but never mind.
Oh, is there?
So
Where's the
why
third
are you
one?
filming the police station?
Where's the third one?
Well, if he's not in that seat, he's probably in that seat, isn't he?
Not in the boot.
No.
Could be a dog.
Could be a dog.
A dog.
But then he wouldn't be a police officer, would he?
A dog is considered an officer, aren't they?
No. Again, we're getting off track with silliness
Okay.
now, aren't we? So why are you filming the police station?
Now you're being rude
Why is that rude?
because he just called me silly again.
I said silliness. I said
Silliness.
the situation was getting silly.
All right.
why
Remember,
are
the
you
only one
being
being
silly?
silly is you.
Sorry?
I said, remember, the only one that's being silly is actually you.
See, again, you resorting to insults. You're trying to wind
That's
me up
not an
now, and
insult.
there's no need
I
to,
just
is
think you are being silly.
there? Okay, fair
And
enough.
silly is not
How
an
come you
insult.
filming the police station then?
So I believe this is the SC019, yeah?
Why don't you tell me?
I'm just checking that out, that's all.
It's not SC019, no.
Oh, is it not?
No.
What is it?
Well, I don't know who you are, so I'm not going to potentially give you.
Oh, I thought it was.
Well, you'd be incorrect.
I'm just making a video about the SC019, but apparently I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore.
Oh, okay. So what are you? Why are
Well,
you?
I'm not going to answer your questions because I might be giving you intelligence. Because I don't know why you're here.
Oh, right. Well, I told you I'm making a video.
You haven't told me what for. You could be making.
I'm just
a video
about to tell you, my
for
friend.
the purpose of hostile reconnaissance. To
No. I'm just making a video about the SC019.
Okay, why is
As
that?
far as I know, it's what is it?
What is
The
what?
firearm, the
Like I
Metropolitan.
say, it doesn't exist anymore. So.
It doesn't. So what are you guys called now?
Well, I'm not going to answer your questions because I don't know who you are.
Well, why not?
Well, do I need to answer your questions?
You're not going to answer questions. You need to answer one question.
What's that?
That shoulder number.
It's right there.
What is it?
4892 Charlie Oscar.
See, you answer questions.
I answer questions that I need to answer.
Mm-hmm.
but not
So you do
questions
answer. You have to answer questions to me.
you don't have to
I don't have to
you.
answer to you. You see? So you were wrong about this one.
Okay, fair enough. You got me there.
Yes.
Yeah. So why are you filming the police station?
I think I've told you, but you don't seem to listen, and you're not answering my questions. So this video is going to be pretty boring, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What constitutes a good video for you then?
What constitutes a good video?
Yeah. What gets you
Probably
thinking?
something informative.
Like what?
Something informative about, let's say, the police that people don't know, and members of the public wouldn't know.
Give me an example. What's your big hitter? What's your best video? What information's in that?
Just
video?
let's say, for example, like I ask you, I'm pretty sure this is the SC019, and I think you're part of the Metropolitan Police, so
I think that's quite.
you're an armed response, correct? Yeah, I get that. Obviously, all police in London are
That's not really
Metropolitan.
information, though, is it?
Why?
Well, everyone knows that. It's written on the side of our
Not
car.
everybody knows. Let's say you are a separate unit, for example.
So what's a good video for you?
Sorry,
What's a good video for you?
I just told you. There's something that's informative to the public.
Something that's
It's like you guys are paid by the public, and if the public can learn something that they pay for that they didn't know before, that's informative.
Gonna let that car.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, sir. Yeah. He's just letting you pass.
It doesn't matter. Why are you filming him?
Sorry,
Why are you filming him?
why am I filming him?
Yeah.
Don't know. No reason really. Just my camera went that way. That's.
So how long are you going to be here?
You be paranoid, there, officer.
I am very paranoid, yeah.
Why is that?
Because we've had people come and film up and down here before and then try to attack us.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Here?
Right here.
Who are these people?
Well, I don't know who they are personally.
When was it?
Last one was a couple of years ago, I think.
Is there a crime reference number to that?
Probably.
Have you got a handy?
No.
Wait, so they came here, attacked you?
People have been stopped at this
With
police station,
what?
and there was an attack at Limehouse police station with a knife.
With a knife?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they
And I'm
weren't.
sure if you googled it, you could find plenty of others.
It wasn't just random attack, was it?
Well, no, exactly. That's why we stop and talk to people, because it's not random, it's planned.
Oh, it's planned.
And the first stage of planning
Yeah,
is
yeah.
they come down, film the back of the station, work out where all the cameras are,
So
work out what time we leave, what time we come, what cars we go in, what cars
Well,
we
we
come
know what cars you go in these.
in. Not necessarily, 'cause some of them are unmarked, some of them might be personal cars. That's all part of the research of these people that want to attack us, isn't it?
So you're telling me all these people filmed prior to this?
Not all of them, but a lot of people do. It's called hostile reconnaissance.
They actually filmed the station before.
Yes, it's called hostile reconnaissance.
So they didn't think they should check it out on Google before they come.
Well, maybe they
It's
did.
like me, I've got like a selfie stick.
Yeah, but listen, Google's
yeah.
not going to tell them what time we come and go most times of the day, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Google's not going to tell them necessarily where all the cameras are. Google's aren't going to tell them how many officers come and leave during
Alright.
the day, is it?
Well, they can just come and check.
Yeah, exactly, which is what I'm worried you might be doing, which is why I come and talk to you. And you give me no reason to believe that you're not doing that, because all you do is give me defensive answers.
No, I didn't. I wasn't
not
defensive
saying
at all. I was
So what are
very...
you going to do with this video?
I was
Other than
very
watch
honest
it
from the
yourself?
get-go. I said I'm making a video
Yeah,
for
for
my
what
own
purpose?
use.
Yeah, to use for what? Because for your own use
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be, I'm a massive terrorist and my own use is going to be for research to attack you later.
No.
Yeah, but I don't know that unless I talk to you, do I?
Do I sound like a terrorist?
What does a terrorist sound like?
Like,
I am the terrorist. A terrifying terrorist.
don't know. Have
Exactly.
you ever met one?
Yes.
Okay. And what did he sound like?
Well, you're saying all terrorists sound the same?
I don't know. What did he sound like, the one that you met?
Well, I didn't talk to him.
Oh, you didn't talk to him.
No.
You just arrested him.
Yeah.
Did you really? When was it?
Generally our job.
Huh?
Mate, it's on YouTube, look it up. The point I'm making is, what does a terrorist sound like?
Well, I don't know.
Exactly, so how do I know?
But I don't think terrorists walk around with cameras filming.
Well, then you need to enlighten yourself as to their tactics.
So are they going around with cameras filming?
Yes.
Terrorists?
Yes.
Well, I've never heard that before. I've never seen it on the news. Never heard it anywhere.
Well, go home, Google
Yeah.
it, and enlighten yourself.
Terrorists walking around
Yeah.
around the police stations with cameras.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, go home and Google it.
Well, give me a case.
I've
Give me a
given you-
case
I've
and
given
then...
you one already.
But you didn't. You just said
At
there was one.
Limehouse, a
What's the
couple of
name?
years ago, Limehouse Police Station.
Yeah.
Or what was the one down south? Shepherd Bush? Or Woolwich? One of those.
So they
two.
came with a camera prior.
I don't know how many more times you want me to say the same thing to you. Yes, that is what they did.
They came with a camera prior to
There's
this.
even footage
Yeah.
from American bombings and things like that.
Yeah.
It's a well-known tactic. I don't understand what you're struggling to see would be the benefit in doing that.
I just don't believe you. I don't think terrorists
Go
will.
home and research it then.
I've never heard of that before.
Okay, we'll go home and research it.
So a terrorist will come and stand here
Yes.
next to an armed police
What
officers
don't you
and
understand?
film.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So basically he's giving away himself to you.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, yeah.
Because he might have 100 reasons to be stood there filming, mightn't he?
It's got to be the dumbest terrorist ever.
Well, no,
Although-
because if right, you could be a terrorist, couldn't you? Like, arguably, you
So
be.
could you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
But in
So
this,
what are you doing here?
But in this situation,
Have you got a camera in there?
yes.
So
In this-
why have you got a camera in there
to
and
collect
you could be a
evidence.
terrorist?
So,
Do you see why I'm
Yeah,
going
you're
with this?
absolutely right.
Well, exactly then.
so,
So it's silly.
As much as you're right, I'm right.
Right.
So that's why I'm having a conversation with
So
you.
I could check you out just as much as you could check me out.
Go on, check me out then. You've been filming me the whole time.
Oh, can I search you then?
Well, have I asked to search you?
Can I search the footage that you just filmed?
Who says I'm filming?
You said you've got a camera.
That's not the same as filming, though.
Is
Is it?
anybody in there filming? I bet you they are.
You
The one at the
reckon,
back.
yeah. Okay. Do you want to know how you do that?
What's that?
You make a Freedom of Information request to the Metropolitan Police.
Well, I want to check now.
You make a Freedom of Information check.
I'm aware of that.
Well, then why are you asking me?
Huh?
Why are you asking me that?
I just thought I'd check you now. So if you are a terrorist, I can report you to your mates over there.
Go on then.
That's what I'm trying to
Tell
say
him.
to you. The point is, you could be a terrorist, I could be a terrorist, anybody could be a terrorist.
So you see why we would need to stop and talk to you then?
Well, no, I still can't see
So
it.
you could be a terrorist, but we shouldn't stop and check.
But could that guy be a terrorist? The one that walks...
Anyone could be.
Why don't you stop
But
him then?
You are doing a particular behaviour
Yeah.
that elevates our threat assessment of you.
Which is filming.
Yes,
Why?
because of the reasons I've already explained to you.
So if I go to outside the House of Parliament and film,
Yeah.
thousands of people out there doing this.
Yeah.
Is that suspicious?
We stop people filming outside there almost on a daily basis.
Outside the House of Parliament?
Any iconic site you'd like to pick around London,
I don't
I
think so.
guarantee you there's at least 2 or 3 people a
So
day.
people are taking pictures of Big Ben, you're stopping them one by one?
Not necessarily. There has to,
Well,
there would have
there
to
you
be
go
another
then.
mitigating factor.
There you go then.
Wouldn't there?
The thing
Which
is,
we have
there
here.
could be thousands of reasons why I'm taking
There could
pictures
be,
of
and you
this.
haven't given me one yet.
Do you know how many people out there taking pictures of police stations?
I don't
Yeah,
really.
it's like,
I'm not really. You are at this particular police station
yeah.
at the same time as me.
But if you are ill-informed, that's not my fault.
Why is it ill-informed?
Because you are
I'm
ill-informed.
sure loads of people take pictures.
Yeah.
And any time I saw one, I would stop and talk to them.
Okay, you spoke to me, but you're not going to go far with this. That's the point.
So how long are you going to be here?
Don't know. I was trying to. My next step is, you know what? The plan was to get my selfie stick and film above, because I don't have a drone. You see?
Because they're illegal.
What's that?
Because they're illegal.
Oh no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Drones? No, you
Can't
see,
fly a
you're.
drone in a residential area.
You can. You see, you're ill-informed again.
Okay, you Google
It's
it
a
when
shame
you
I don't have one. Drones.
You Google it when you get home.
Sure.
And you can post a letter to me apologising for you telling me I'm ill-informed.
Okay, drone.
Address it to 4892 Charlie Oscar, and I'll get
dear.
it.
Okay, you're going to sound silly now. A drone that's under 250 grams, under, which is 249, you can fly it pretty much everywhere, apart from, let's say, above an airport
Good luck with that.
or something like that. I can bring drone and fly it here, but I don't have one. But
Good luck with that.
So yeah, good luck. So I was planning to use my selfie stick on top of that wall, but I can't. It's too high. See, I looked at Google.
That would also technically be part of an extension of you extending into a private premises, which could technically be construed as a civil trespass.
Civil trespass.
Yeah.
Is that criminal? Is it?
We'll take a guess by the title of what I've just said.
Civil trespass. That wouldn't be criminal.
It would be
Civil.
yes.
So that means it's none of your business, correct?
No, it means that the Met Police could take you to a civil court as opposed to a
Oh,
criminal.
right. So but it's none of your business still, as a police officer.
Yeah, because I would lend my evidence of watching you do such a thing to that civil proceeding.
All right. And do you think the court is gonna bother with that?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
What, filming from outside with a mixed tension?
If you were to extend it into the police station.
Seriously?
Yes. Because it's a security risk.
All right. So I'm just gonna go and do that now, and I'm gonna see how you're gonna
You've
get on
already
with
told
this.
me that you don't have a selfie stick. So.
I do have a selfie stick. I don't have a drone.
Oh, you don't have a drone.
Yes, I don't have a drone. It's a
Said it
shame.
wasn't long enough.
But I'm sure after this video now,
Yeah.
a lot of people that got drones that do
Yeah.
the same stuff, they will come in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're gonna
You
film
reckon
above
that-
your
you
police.
reckon that many people watch it that you?
Yeah, but 190,000 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Over what sort of period of time is that?
That's instant.
Instant.
Yeah. Yeah,
Instant.
I followed this online within.
Go on then, show me how quick the numbers go up.
Oh,
Do
last
it right now
time.
and show me how quick the numbers go up.
I can't. I'm filming you.
We'll take a break and I'll agree not to say anything interesting until you're filming again. And you can prove your point to me.
You just want to check if it's a YouTube channel, right?
Sorry?
I can see where you're coming from. I think you just want to check if it's a YouTube channel or not, right?
Is it or isn't it?
Yeah, that's why you're trying to check, right? But I don't have to answer that.
If you've got a YouTube channel that's got 190,000 people watching your videos instantly,
Yeah,
why do you care that I would know that? Surely you'd want me to know that.
I
The
wouldn't
more
want
people
to.
that know it, the
Because
more
you asked me, you
views
said
get.
your video, nobody's going to view it or something like that.
I said how many people would view it.
Oh, okay, actually that's what you said. And I replied to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I said about
So
100.
if it was you are now concerned that I might realise or think that you are filming this video for YouTube.
No, you asked me to show you that, to prove that to you.
Yeah.
Because you want to,
That's just personal curiosity.
yeah, you just want to know which channel, and is it actually a YouTube channel? So
But
you're
why
trying
would
to,
you-
you're trying to dig in
Surely if you
a
had-
direct way.
If you had a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
surely you'd want as many people to know about it as possible. That's the idea of YouTube, isn't it?
Well, if you want to,
Yeah. So why would you not? If this was for YouTube, why would you not be like, "Hey, I film police stations.
I can if you.
I've got
To be
loads
honest,
of-
you're
loads of
quite
people-
polite. You're
loads
quite.
of people
Yeah.
love it. This is where it's going to be. Why don't you check it out? You might love it also."
It depends. It's like it's all down to your approach, really. if it's like you approach me in a different manner, which you are quite not that aggressive or rude or anything, but you were still a little bit
I don't
pushy.
really see how I can be aggressive sat in my car.
You were still a little bit,
Wow.
yeah, I know. You're still a little bit pushy if you were asking questions.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you came with a different approach,
What
like
approach should
a
I come
friendly
with?
approach, like, I don't know, oh, you okay? Like, how you doing? Is it okay to ask you what you're doing? That's
Well, I
it.
don't need to ask your
Something
permission
like
to ask you a question.
Sorry?
I don't need to ask your permission to ask you a question.
Yeah, of course.
Because then I'd have to ask your permission to ask your permission to ask you a question. I mean, where does it stop? Crazy, isn't it? Hello, sir.
yeah.
What are you up to today? How come you're filming my police station? Seems like quite a reasonable opening.
It's all down to your approach, really. Yes.
But those were my
It's,
opening
if
lines.
it's a friendly approach, so you're likely going to get a proper answer straight away.
So you don't feel I made a friendly approach?
Not very, very friendly.
Not very,
Like,
very
what are you
friendly.
doing?
Just a little bit friendly.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Huh? Who's you talking to? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. So I think by now you can guess this is for YouTube, right?
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah. So nothing hostile.
No. But think of the trouble
Do you still
we
think
could
I'm
have saved
terrorist, or-
if you'd have just turned up and gone, hey, I make YouTube videos.
This guy looks angry.
Does he?
Yeah.
Do you film random angry people as well, or
He looks
just
wild.
police officers hoping for a reaction?
He looks well angry, man. Yeah. So sorry, what were you saying?
I said, do you film random angry people that you
I
meet?
film anything. I go
Just police officers
fire
or you're hoping
stations.
for a
I go
reaction?
council offices. All public services, really. Like I said from the beginning, public pay for it. If you have any informative information, yeah, I'll take it. I'll get it here.
Do you find you get into confrontations quite often then?
Confrontations.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of your colleagues, they don't kind of, they obviously don't like this. They don't like being filmed. I get that. A lot of people don't like being filmed. But
Would you like it?
would I like it?
Yeah. If say one of your most private moments,
Private,
yeah, albeit in a public area,
right?
let's say, for example, you've just been mugged
Right,
and you've been badly beaten up
right,
and you're feeling really vulnerable,
right.
and the first thing that someone did
So,
was film you, how
right.
do you think you'd feel
Okay,
about
that's
that?
a very good question. Okay,
Yeah.
so
You're
say
not going to answer it, are you?
no, I'm going to answer
Go
it.
on then.
The question is, the answer is this.
Yeah.
Say I don't like it. Yeah. Can I beat them up for it?
No.
No. Which means, can I use my powers? That's the only powers I have. I have to use my fist, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So can I use my powers if I don't like something?
You can't beat someone up just because you don't like what they're doing. No.
So I cannot use my powers.
Okay, if you want to phrase it that way, but
Do you agree with that?
yeah, you
Right.
can't beat
It's the
someone.
same thing to you. It doesn't matter if I like it or I don't like it. If you don't like it, it doesn't mean you can use your powers.
Have I used any powers?
No, you haven't.
No,
Absolutely not. But you asked me about your colleagues. You said, do you get into confrontations?
Yeah.
I'm getting to that answer.
Okay.
Yes, your colleague, because they don't like the cameras, they use powers. Do you think that's right?
Well, I'm not going to comment on a hypothetical that may or may not have happened.
So,
But let me put it to you a different
Do you think
way.
it's right to use your powers right now on me?
Let me put it to you a different way. Right?
So you're not answering the question.
I
I'll
don't
answer
think
your
in
question.
this situation,
Yeah.
I need to use any force against you. In this situation.
It's not that you don't need to. You cannot use them. You can't do that.
Okay,
you
yeah,
use
fine.
them.
I don't. In this situation, with you stood
One
there
I can,
and me stood here.
one I can defend
don't-
myself,
I
but
don't-
there's three of you, so obviously I
I
can't.
don't feel there would be any need or justification for me to physically lay hands on you.
Yeah. If you do, then you're gonna get sued. You realise that?
Well,
Well,
I could,
yeah.
through your answers, now that I've established that you're doing this for a YouTube channel,
Right.
that's fine. But through your answers, I could, earlier on in the conversation, have not given you more chance to explain yourself as you have now, and I could have detained you and searched you under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act,
When
which would give me the power to search your phone.
You're missing
and-
something.
No, I'm not.
You're missing the ground.
No, I'm not. You're filming a sensitive site, and at the point you have been asked to account for
Huh?
this, and at the point you've been asked to account for it, you've
Yeah, yeah.
decided not to, and you've been evasive.
But you're
to
missing the
question.
ground.
That's my ground. That could, in certain circumstances,
You cannot use.
maybe with a couple of other.
You cannot use filming as grounds,
Yes, you
and that's
can.
established already
It's-
many
I
times.
don't think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, but-
you might want to check like
I think
your code of conduct.
it's not the simple act of you filming.
Yes.
It is what you're filming and your reaction to being spoken to about it and your general demeanour. all those things come together, and in a slightly not in this set of circumstances, because you haven't been searched in this set of circumstances.
Okay, if I
but
told you,
but in certain sets of circumstances,
yeah,
that could lead to me having the grounds to search you.
right.
And then if you tried to resist that search, then I would have a use of force power to detain you.
Then I will make a civil claim against you, and you will
and
lose.
you would lose.
Because you know how, no, you will lose
No,
because I've done it many times,
Okay.
and I've won every single time.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah?
So that's what you're here for, to try and rile up police
No,
officers to get civil claims to make more money.
absolutely not. If
I
you
guarantee
yeah, go on.
that when you upload this video,
Yeah.
that bit will not be in it.
Which bit?
The bit about you being here to try and earn money out of the police by winding them up.
All right, let me
I
tell you
guarantee
something.
that bit
If
won't
you
be in the
think I'm
video.
earning, if you think I'm making a living
Yes.
by making civil claims, you are wrong. You
well,
are absolutely wrong.
That's the
Listen,
conclusion I'm coming
let me tell you
to, and
something.
I guarantee
Let
this
me
bit
say-
won't be in the video.
My
that
civil
goes
rights
online.
are not worth money. Are we
Okay.
clear on that?
So how much money
My
have
civil
you
rights
made?
are priceless.
So how much money have you made then
For what?
for suing the Metropolitan
I have not
Police?
made money. Do you know? Shall I tell you what I do with it? I sue them, I win, then I go and give it to poor people.
So how much
I've
money?
done it many
okay,
times.
So how much money have you won then?
Well, I don't know. Do you want me to? Have you got a calculator?
Give me a rough estimate.
Have you got a
I'm
calculator?
interested. No, I don't have a calculator. Just a rough
You haven't
estimate.
got a
Okay, what was your latest payout? What was that?
I don't know. $2,000 maybe.
And how long ago was that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
A few months back.
A few months back.
Yeah, what's the point in that? I'm just telling you something.
I'm just curious.
No, you don't believe me or something. And then, do you know what I do with it? I go and give it away. So
Okay.
just to let you know that I'm not making a living out of civil claims.
Okay.
I don't want that money.
You're making charity money out of civil claims.
Yes,
Okay.
I give it away. Yeah, it's public's money, so I give it back.
Seems a bit strange that you would go
Give it
out
away.
and actively seek to take money out of a public service that the public have to put into.
But that's
Just
not my
for
idea.
them
My idea is
have
to
to
change
do
your attitude. Is to change the way you guys acting.
What's wrong with my attitude?
Not you personally.
Oh,
People
right.
just, as soon as you see a camera, you just come out and search people, asking for their IDs, infringing their rights, basically.
If
Every
you're-
time you infringe on somebody's rights, you're going to get
If
civil claim.
your house got burgled,
Yeah,
let's say it kept getting burgled,
okay.
and you noticed a pattern of people outside your house filming, and then you got burgled that next night, do you not think that you would have a little bit of a suspicion of people filming?
Okay,
your
it's
house?
like we're going around in circles, officer.
But do you think you might, or do you think you would?
Come out and ask me. Like I said, you came out here and asked me.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I can go along about your attitude and blah blah. But one thing for sure, you did not infringe on my rights. You
No, we
didn't.
didn't, no.
Absolutely not. Yeah. I have no problem with you coming out and asking me.
Well, it's
Now,
irrelevant
my
whether you've
answer-
got a problem with it or
my-
not, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's irrelevant.
It's
whether you've
irrelevant.
got
You
a
can ask me
problem
whatever
with it
you
or
like,
not.
but
Exactly.
I have the choice to answer you or not to answer you.
You do.
That's a choice I have because I'm a free
So
person.
what do you reckon about the
If I
burglar
don't
situation
answer you,
then?
does not mean you're going to search me, which you just said a minute ago.
I didn't
You
say
can't
not
search me,
answering.
man.
I said depending on your answers and other factors that could mitigate the situation.
Yeah, if I said to you, I'm going to stick a bomb in there, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but if I choose not to answer you,
Mm.
then you cannot just use your
Well,
powers.
it might form part of our ground.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
you
you
can't
can.
use Section 43. It's that simple.
You can.
You need to have reasonable grounds.
Yes, but that
Which you don't.
might form part of our reasonable grounds. It
But
wouldn't be the
I
whole
could
thing.
be taking pictures for so many things. Like I said,
You
YouTube,
could be, yeah, you could be.
Facebook. I could be talking to somebody,
You could be,
FaceTiming.
Apart
Yeah.
from I could see what you were filming and you
Right,
weren't.
so why do I have to talk to you?
You don't.
I don't. Exactly. So why would you use your Section 43 again?
I haven't.
No. I know you haven't, but
No.
you said you could have used it.
No, I didn't. I said
you
in this
did.
situation, I specifically wouldn't have used it.
He said you
But I
could have
said-
came
but
straight
I
away
said
and
in a-
used.
I
yeah.
said in a slightly different situation,
Right.
with slightly different factors, that could
Right.
easily have happened. That's what I said. Rewind your video and you'll see.
Okay, I'll rewind the video. So anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do. Just change the
So you
general
make YouTube
attitude
videos to
of the
make
police
money to
in
give to
general.
charity.
No. No,
That's
no,
what
no,
you
no.
told me.
You keep going around in circles and circles. I make YouTube videos, yeah, to inform the public
Of
and to change your attitude. Of not your attitude as police, but as public servants in general.
what do you feel my attitude should be towards you?
Just polite.
You feel I've been impolite?
Not you, no. But a lot of your colleagues are.
Okay.
As soon as they see a camera, like I said, they don't like film.
No, it's quite antagonistic in itself. isn't it?
antagonistic.
Yeah.
Do I care?
Well, clearly not, but it
No.
doesn't change the fact that it's quite antagonistic, does it?
Why is it antagonistic?
Well,
So
'cause
if you know
you've
it's
al-
antagonistic, why don't you just move on then? Why use your powers again?
Because
you
I-
cannot use your power
I
over
haven't.
somebody that's antagonistic.
I haven't
You can
used
use
my
your
power.
powers over somebody that's a terrorist. The Terrorism Act is very important. It's there for a reason, to stop
Yeah.
terrorism, not to for rubbish like police don't like this or don't like that. Are we clear on that? It's an important
I'm
power.
pretty
We
sure I
need that
explained
power.
that to you about
Do you know
5
we
minutes
used to have section 43,
44.
section 44.
Yes, I'm
It's
aware.
been repealed.
It
Why?
has. Because
Because you guys have abused it.
yes.
Thank you. So if you carry on abusing 43,
Yeah.
that's going to go as well.
Who's abusing?
Then who's going to protect us? Who's abusing? Do you know how many times section 43 was abused against me?
I don't know. Tell me about it.
Loads of times.
Tell me about it.
I just told you so many times.
Saying loads of times isn't telling me. About
Well, a few, I don't know, more than
When was the last
5
time
times.
you were abused by Section 43?
Oh, section 43. When's the last time?
Not recently, then.
A while back.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It's not happening that often.
I was in
then.
Kidderminster. I was
Kidderminster?
arrested, man, for 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah. What did you get arrested for?
So, taking pictures.
There's no offence of taking pictures.
I was arrested for that. Honestly, I was checked in.
If someone took
Sergeant agreed to it.
If someone took you into a custody suite and said, "Hello, Sergeant, this man is under arrest for taking pictures," you would be out of that custody suite as quick as you like. So there
Okay.
must have been an offence that you got arrested for.
All right. So I was filming
Yeah.
in public, just like here.
Yeah.
DC, what's her name?
I'm not worried about the
Hang
name.
on,
I'm just worried
hang
about
on.
the circumstances because I'm
Is it
definitely
Bill?
not going to know
I can't
who
remember.
she is.
She arrested me.
For?
Yeah. There was 4 officers, including
But
her,
what did she arrest you for?
for taking pictures,
Well,
man. I just told you
That
that.
might be the circumstances. but what was
Suspicious
the-
behaviour,
what was the
whatever.
offence?
Section. It was. I tell you which law she used. She used the policing law.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What police law?
Exactly. She said that under the policing law, you are under arrest.
Okay.
I was arrested,
Okay.
checked in by the sergeant. I was shocked actually because I thought he's gonna, like you said, he's
Yeah.
gonna let me go as soon as he didn't. The custody sergeant checked me in.
Yeah.
5 hours,
Yeah.
and then I had an apology after 3
Did
days.
you have an apology or did you get NFA'd? Because they're two different things.
So after 3 days,
Yeah.
I had. Who was she? Chief constable or whatever she was. She made a public apology. She put it on Facebook, on YouTube. We're talking Westminster Police. Westminster?
Kidderminster.
It's in Kidderminster. It's West Mercia Police. Sorry, it's not. It's
So
not.
you go all over the country? do you?
Yeah, I will go all over the country. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I'm surprised you haven't heard of me before.
Well, you haven't told me your name, so I wouldn't know.
My name? I don't
Yeah.
usually give my name.
Well, then how would I know if I'd heard of you?
People call me AB.
AB.
Yeah, but
Pretty generic. I'd have thought you'd have more of a handle for your YouTube to draw people in.
AB. That's what people call me. Just Google AB, you'll find it.
I'll probably find a lot of taxi companies.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, people call me AB. I'm not lying to you.
I'm sure you're not. I just
but
thought
yeah,
someone
hang
who
on.
was so.
You changing the subject now.
someone who
so
was so national
That's
would have a bit
happened.
more of a
So
hook.
what's your opinion on that? Or you're not going to give me an opinion?
Well, you
on
haven't
that?
told me what offence you were arrested for.
I
If
just
tell
told
me
you,
what
man.
No,
There was no offence. That's the point.
What-
There was no offence. They apologized. They said we made a mistake this time.
You cannot book someone into a custody system without entering an offence. It won't let you. Like the computer won't let you.
They did.
Yeah. So however nonsensical you think the offence
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
there must have been an offence. Even if they completely made it up, there must be a bit of paper that you were given that has an offence written on it. And then if you tell me that you were filming outside a police station and they arrested you for murder,
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, that's ridiculous.
I
But
see what you're saying.
you're not telling me what offence they arrested you for, so how can I possibly have an opinion on it?
I
'Cause
don't know. I honestly don't know what they put down on
Because
paper.
I don't know what law they have acted under.
She said I was under arrest under the policing law. Listen, go on YouTube and check it. The video's got like 500,000 views.
Half a
And-
million?
Yeah, on Facebook maybe more than that. I'm not lying to you, man. Yeah, and like I said, the chief constable, I don't know if it's chief constable, she made a public apology. I made a civil against them. They paid out, but I haven't actually informed my viewers that they paid out for that. So my next video is me telling them that, by the
You
way,
got
they paid out. Then we're going to go to that town and spend the money and give it away. Yeah, so civil claims, it's not my business. I don't do that I don't want you to put me under arrest for no reason. I really don't want that.
Do you think you could be a bit more open and transparent with us when we spoke to you then?
It depends. Again, it depends on your approach, really.
Well, I thought my approach was quite reasonable, and you weren't particularly transparent with me. It's taken us nearly
32 minutes.
32 minutes to establish that you're just a YouTuber,
Just a YouTuber.
as opposed to a terrorist.
But you knew from the get-go, man.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Of course you did.
I have my suspicions one way or the other,
You
but I
just
still
said-
have to
to
confirm
be honest,
it, don't
you
I?
shot yourself in the foot. You said antagonistic, so you don't like that.
It
I
is
get it. I
antagonistic,
get
yeah.
you don't like it,
Yeah.
but you need to
I
realize
don't like it
you are a
because it
public
could be
servant.
the
At the end of the day,
prelude to me being
this
killed.
is a public building. You are a public servant. Expect that. Simple as that.
Expect what?
Expect to come on your face. Well, not on your face.
Yeah, but
You
as
know?
someone who goes around and films sensitive sites, do you not feel that you should expect to be approached and asked why you're doing it?
Approach me anytime, my friend.
We did, and you were very, like I say, defensive and blah,
I
blah,
can
blah.
be
Yeah.
if I want to. Yeah.
There's no need, is there?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's no need, is there?
It depends. It depends. It depends on how you approach me, man. I promise you, it depends on how you approach me.
Right.
Because let me tell you something. Anybody else in the street, they will, if they want to ask me, because sometimes members of the public they come to me, they say, "What are you doing?" But they do it in a different way. It's
They
I would
probably
not go straight to. What are you doing?
They
What are you
probably
doing?
don't
I know you're asking me,
realise-
but it's very, you're being very authoritative.
They
You're going,
probably don't realise or accept or have experience of the fact that you might be there to kill them.
so you think everybody's here to kill you?
No, but I think it's our duty to investigate those things.
Sure. Investigate. Go ahead.
So do you see why you might not receive the warmest of welcomes when, in the back of our minds, however small,
Yeah.
you could be about to kill us?
But you can see why my answer was a little bit.
Well, do you think we're about to kill you in any way, shape or form?
No.
Right.
No,
So
but
already we're going to be
but-
on a little bit more of an alert than you are.
no,
aren't we?
but thought you might use Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
Yeah, I bet you were keeping
thought
your fingers crossed for it.
You
weren't
might put me. No, like I said, we went through this already. I thought you might put me in cuffs, something I cannot stand. Being in cuffs is like the worst thing ever. I don't want to be in cuffs and I don't want to be arrested for no price.
No.
My freedom is priceless, my friend.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is. I would
Yeah.
not change that for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is definitely wrong. What you're thinking is definitely wrong, and I will upload that.
Okay.
I know what you're trying to do, but I will upload that.
Are you going to upload the bit about you earning the money as well?
Earning the money that I give away?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do I find this
I
video
give it
so
away.
I can
Thousands of
watch it
people know I
later?
give that money away. Huh? How do you?
How do I find that later so I can watch it and reflect on my behaviour?
It's probably one upload it later.
Yes, but
It's
where
going
do
to
I
take
go
a couple
to
of
find it?
days. Go to YouTube.
Yeah, and what do I type in to find you?
I told you. AB.
AB, just AB on its
Yeah.
own.
Unless you want to put Auditing Britain, it'd be a lot easier.
Oh, Auditing Britain.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of them.
You heard of them?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
It's not them. It's just me.
Oh, that's you, just
Yeah,
you on your own.
that's me on my own.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
You do a lot just on your own.
Yeah, I do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot of editing, uploading.
Is that expensive, the editing stuff? Or
The editing? No, at all. You just need the.
why do you need to edit it?
Uh,
Surely you should put it out in its raw form so people aren't getting an edited truth.
What do you mean? Well, you need to put it all together. Say, for example, like.
But our interaction,
yeah, yeah.
a 32-minute interaction,
Yeah.
what are you going to edit out of it?
What's happened to your hand?
There's a blister on my hand.
Yeah. Say, for example, when I arrived today,
Yeah.
I started filming from the
Uh-huh.
the underground, and when I came here, I'm talking to myself. I was talking about this building. It is the what is it? SC019, right?
No, it hasn't been for quite a while.
What is it?
Oh, I'm not going to say.
Why, man? You're actually speaking to loads of thousands of people now. Why
Okay.
not?
Well, I'm talking to a phone, so I don't think I am.
Yeah, but they're going to see this.
Okay.
Right. So what is it?
What's what?
What's this building?
It's a police station.
I get that.
Yeah. So
What's your unit called now?
why would you edit your video to exclude certain parts of your video? You answer me that, and then I'll tell you what we call that.
Okay, that's fine. So I arrived from the tube station.
Mm-hmm.
So I've started filming already, but it's filmed in parts. I wasn't filming all the way down here. But say, for example, I was walking from there to there. I don't think people want to see me walking because it's boring. So I might chop it up. That's it.
Okay.
You understand? And say, for example, somebody swore. I just chop it up as well.
You can't have swearing in your video.
No, you can, but I choose to because I have all kind of viewers, like young kids, families are watching me as well. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, please keep it swear free." So,
But surely,
so swearing, I chop it up.
surely for the sake of your video,
Yeah.
I take it you're not the one swearing.
Me, I never swear in my videos.
Right, so you're not swearing.
No.
So it's only going to be, by logic, the
I had
police-
officers swearing.
the police that are swearing.
Yeah, not police, but I film lots of people.
But for example,
Yeah.
you might have a police officer swear at you.
yeah.
Surely that would be good for your video.
Yeah, it depends what the word is. If
Or
it's
whatever the word is, it
yeah, yeah.
surely paints your picture.
Why is
better
it
than
good? If a
does
police officer is swearing, that's not good, my friend. That's bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So surely that should, if you're looking to change attitudes
Right.
and reinforce the positive behaviours rather than the negatives,
Yeah.
surely you'd want that out there for the world to see.
Yeah, I just uploaded it.
Yeah, but you
But
said
I
you'd
just
cut-
informed
you.
you.
Said you would cut that out.
If it is swearing, yes. Why wouldn't I? It depends. Sometimes. I'll give you an example I've cut out before. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it or?
Yeah, no, go on.
So, for example, once I was talking to this police officer, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then he looked like a builder. He actually looked like a builder. He was dressed like a builder.
Are you sure he wasn't a builder?
No, he wasn't, because
right.
he showed me his ID.
Okay.
Right. So he got his ID out. Guess what? His ID. When he opened his wallet, his driving license was there.
Okay.
His address was for thousands of people to view.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I did? I blurred it out.
Okay.
Do you think that was reasonable from me?
Yeah, I think it's very reasonable.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your answer. That's an edit I've done before. Because I didn't want his address out there.
No.
Even if he acted like an idiot,
Yeah.
he was a little bit... Nah, he was okay. But even if he acted like an idiot, I would probably not let his address out.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just one of them things. So I'm quite, how do you say,
Okay.
reasonable.
Well, as you're clearly just YouTubing and not any threat to us, I'll leave you to your day.
Yeah.
I hope you get whatever you need. See you later.
Take care.
Bye now.
My God. That was like 45 minutes. This PC has tried hard. He knew I'm a YouTuber. Of course he knew. Anyway, I need to get my selfie stick now. There you go, PC, whatever your name is. Looking forward for your civil claim. I know you're going to be watching this. So yeah, I'll see you in court. Baby, out.